That morning, the air was heavy with mist. Not the gentle kind that looks poetic from far away, but the kind that clings to your skin like cold breath. The trees were silent. The birds hadn't started singing yet, as if they were waiting for warmth to return. In a small grove outside the village, people gathered around the Buddha. Some arrived with baskets of rice. Some carried cloth folded neatly in their arms. A few placed coins into a bowl with proud hands, the kind of giving that makes the giver feel seen. And then a poor man appeared. He didn't arrive like a person who expects a welcome. He arrived like someone trying not to be noticed. His robe was thin. His sleeves were patched. Mud darkened the edges of his sandals. The mist wrapped around him so completely that for a moment he looked like part of it, like a shadow that had learned to walk. He stood at the edge of the crowd. He waited until the last gift was placed down, until the last proud hand pulled back. Only then did he step forward and bow. His voice was quiet. "My Lord," he said, "always you praise giving. You say it purifies the heart." He hesitated, and the hesitation carried more weight than the words. "But I am poor." He swallowed. "I have nothing." Then, almost as if confessing something shameful, he added, "In the village, I feel like a ghost. I walk past people and their eyes slide through me. How can a ghost give anything?" The Buddha looked at him with the same calm attention he offered kings and beggars alike. "Tell me," the Buddha said gently, "when you say you have nothing, do you mean you have no money?" The man nodded quickly. "Yes, my lord, no money, no possessions, nothing worthy." The Buddha reached for a clay cup beside him, plain, chipped at the rim. He held it up in the gray light. "This cup is imperfect, but it still holds water." Then he placed it down and asked, "Would you like to learn how to give without coins?" The poor man's eyes lifted. "Yes, my lord." The Buddha nodded. "There are gifts that cost nothing," he said, "yet they can feed a hungry heart more than bread." The mist moved through the trees again. A single leaf let go and fell slowly, not because it was forced, but because it was time. The Buddha said, "First, give what proves you are not a ghost." The man frowned. The Buddha's expression softened. "A person becomes invisible when the world forgets their humanity." He paused and added, "So offer humanity." He smiled, small, real, steady. "A smile," he said, "is one such gift." The man looked down, almost embarrassed. "But my lord, smiling is easy when life is easy." The Buddha nodded once. "Yes." Then his voice lowered, as if speaking directly into the man's chest. "A smile from a happy man is easy, but a smile from a suffering man," he paused, "is a revolution." The poor man's breath caught. The Buddha continued, "You do not smile to pretend you are not hurt. You smile to refuse to spread your hurt like fire." The grove remained quiet. Even the mist seemed to listen. Then the Buddha said, "And your face is not the only thing you can give. Give your words." The man whispered, "My words are small." The Buddha replied, "Small words can save a day. Speak gently. Speak encouragement. Speak gratitude when you can. And when kindness is not available in you," he added, "give silence instead of poison." The poor man remembered how hunger could turn him sharp, how shame could turn him bitter. His shoulders dropped slightly, as if a knot loosened.
The Buddha said, "Give your hands." The man looked at his palms, rough, cracked, stained by work. "These hands are only for labor," he said. "Exactly," the Buddha answered. "A hand that helps is a hand that gives. Lift what is heavy for someone else. Pick up what they dropped. Hold a door. Carry water. Share effort." Then he said something quieter. "Sometimes the most sacred gift is not money. It is making someone's burden lighter." The poor man's eyes stung because he knew what it meant to carry everything alone. The Buddha continued, "Give your attention." The man blinked. "Attention?" The Buddha said, "Most people are starving for one thing, to be seen. Look at someone fully. Listen without preparing your next sentence. Let them feel for a moment that they exist." The poor man felt exposed by that truth because he realized his suffering had made him invisible, but it had also made him stop seeing others. The Buddha said, "Give your patience." The poor man's jaw tightened. This one sounded expensive. The Buddha noticed. "Patience," he said, "is not weakness. It is strength that refuses to become poison. Not every delay is an insult. Not every rude person is your enemy. Sometimes they are simply suffering, like you." The poor man exhaled slowly. The mist began to thin just a little, not dramatically, but enough for the branches to look less like ghosts. Finally, the Buddha said, "And when you truly have nothing else, give goodwill." The man whispered, "How?" The Buddha replied, "Wish others well, even silently. May you be safe. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace." He paused. "This is a gift you can offer while walking, while working, while your pockets are empty." The poor man stood very still. He had come believing he was empty, but now he could feel it. He had a face that could soften. He had words that could heal. He had hands that could help. He had attention that could make someone real again. He had patience that could stop pain from spreading. He had a heart that could still wish others well. He bowed again, but this time it wasn't the bow of a beggar. It was the bow of a man remembering his value. "My Lord," he said, "then I am not poor at all." The Buddha nodded. "You may lack coins, but you do not lack worth." "And remember this," he added, as the first bird finally sang. "The joy of giving begins before the hand opens, continues while it opens, and remains after it closes." The poor man left that morning with no new possessions, but his steps were different because he finally understood. Sometimes the richest person in the village is the one who can still give, even in the mist. And as he walked, the fog thinned behind him, as if the world was making space for someone who had stopped calling himself a ghost.